Previously on Golden Sun, the Lost Age Randomizer, I continued to scrap every inch of this land, looking for something like rope or cyclone, even going as far as to go into dungeons. Dungeons that I can barely even start, let alone complete, hoping that I come across one synergy or key item near the entrance to finally make a lead in our adventure. While areas like Tell Swamp turn out to be of no avail, today is a new day with us crossing our fingers as we finally enter the depths of Gaia Rock without the two synergies most used in the dungeon besides Whirlwind. Can I find something to turn this run around? Let's find out. Granted, I have yet to even touch Gaia's Rock, so literally all the good synergy could just be in there. I'm just worried that if they're not, I don't know where to go from there. I'm probably just worried over nothing. But we're gonna find out very shortly. Alright, let's go. A big reason why I keep putting Gaia's Rock off to the very end, because I know you need Whirlwind for this place, and I assume that the seed is made with growth in mind for that maze, because I don't know how I'm going to do the maze without it. And while I do have Whirlwind, I do not have growth. That's the only reason why I put off this dungeon for so long. I've done, as far as I know, every other dungeon that I could possibly do up to this point. There's some that I haven't quite finished, like Aqua's Rock, but that's because I know I need a very specific item. Literally all I haven't done in Aqua's Rock is the room where you would normally get Parch, because you need an item, and I have not stumbled upon that item yet. As far as I know, it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna need you for later, so I guess I'll put you in R. And then we'll move back into L. And I don't know if it's intentional, but there might just be a subconscious thing making me think that it's possible for a seed to be unbeatable, because I had a fan a while back, just as I was starting up my randomizer, say that they got stuck on their seed and were unable to progress, and I had no way to confirm if there was just something they overlooked, or if there was actually an issue with the seed itself. Beyond that though, if we follow the same track record that we had with Ayers Rock, we should be fine, because Ayers Rock, I was surprised how many synergies were hiding just in plain sight. Right at the beginning of the dungeon. Ish. Not feeling too confident though. I don't like the fact that the first thing we saw was just coins. Random coins. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, it's been so long since I've done this place that... Oh, that's the other thing, we need Cyclone for it, and I cannot find Cyclone anywhere. I feel like that's the one utility synergy that we actually need to do anything, and it feels like I've been blocked off from so much because of that synergy in particular. But I know that we won't need Cyclone until the back half of the dungeon. What's down here? Is this an unexplored area of the rock, or just a way back to the entrance? No, that's just a shortcut. It also might be worth noting, in case anyone new comes into the stream, this is the furthest I've played into Lost Age Randomizer or Vanilla in sadly, like, about 10 years. Most of my playtime in the Golden Sun series has been focused around the first game, mostly just because of playtesting with Dawn and Jin, and trying to work on version 2, along with other projects. But also, for Lost Age in particular, most of my casual playthroughs in between then and now tend to stop before reaching Pierre's boat. So there's pretty much like 2/3 of this whole game. Huh. That feels suspiciously pointless. There's way more. For being a Golden Sun fan, it feels embarrassing long since I've last done a full playthrough of The Lost Age. That was part of the influence for doing this randomizer in the first place, just to add just enough of a new spice to it to encourage me to refresh my mind on the series a bit. Actually, do I want to go up? This feels like progress, but yeah, I guess I would just be a dead end, so as far as I can tell, I'm going the right way. And really hoping for more item checks. But I guess it is kind of barren around here until the very end. Oh, this gimmick. One thing that you don't really notice it in Golden Sun 1, but Lost Age really kind of put into perspective of how few synergies, utility-wise, there actually is in the game. Because the game really, on one hand, Lost Age really does push the synergies you have much further than the first game. But on the other hand, you go to a place like Gaia's Rock, and it feels like you're using wind synergy to solve the puzzles just as much, if not more so, than Venus synergies. And it basically boils down to the only Earth synergy you really have is growth. Move, if you want to count that, but if we're getting technical, Move is technically a Mars synergy, even though Isaac has it for whatever reason. Of course, there's multiple reasons why it would be nice to get a new Golden Sun game someday, but the fact that there's so much... Reflecting back really makes you realize how much untapped potential there really is for the series. On the one hand, I hate the fact that we're finding so little that's that's actually useful, but it's in weird, obtuse angles, which kind of make me glad that it's just useless stuff, because I don't know how I would even get to it in the first place. What's going to be important is whatever's here. I feel like this makes or break my motivation to do the rest of the seed. Huh? Jesus. It's bad enough that, like, I got question mark in an XG recording session of all things, and I still have yet to figure out what that is. The point I'm getting at is, what's with all these questions lately? I am internally screaming so loud. I was on the verge of praying that something useful would be there. We're not completely done with the place, because there's still a good portion of the bottom part. But we don't even have the dancing statue. My God, it really feels like there's something I'm missing. Even though I've explored the entire world and gone everywhere that I could possibly think to go, it feels like I've been missing something obvious for a really long time. And I just don't know what to do. And that's the main reason for my concern of if I can even keep doing this seed. Alright, guess I suppose I could move it. Oh, hold on. I see a better alternative. But then it's kind of tedious, but I could move it like this? Tile by tile, perhaps? Alright, that puzzle wasn't too bad. Come on. If I don't find anything here, I have no idea where else to go. God, and we're already at the maze. This is the problem. I don't know what to do. There's nothing else. Hold on. It feels like I shouldn't. Feels like I shouldn't be trying to brute force it like this, but I have no option of where else to go. It's something, I don't know. It feels like secret breaking to get it without growth, but thank goodness I found something. Well, I'm gonna just run around mindlessly until we get to the end of this, because it almost feels like I have to. Like the randomizer was designed around not actually having growth. Which is dumb, so I know my assumption is dumb. But I don't have any other option. I'll run around a little more. But without growth, I don't see how you would do this without just giving up. Still can't believe I don't have growth or cyclone. And I hate them leaving off the way I am. Well, no use crying over spilt milk, and like, even though I was tempted to end the stream off whenever I did Gaia's Rock. Great. I think I legitimately got myself lost. Because there's no way lift actually helps us make the progress that we need if we don't even have growth yet. But it definitely feels too early to end off the stream, because I don't want to spend 2 hours just running around in circles and getting mad at the game for something that's probably not even the game's fault. Probably. Like, if we find growth, somehow find growth in here, then I won't go. And I know that the game kind of required going there first, so I won't completely give up on it. Wait, thinking more about it, I don't even have burst. So we're not gonna get far in here at all. But since I'm here anyways, let's just see what comes out of it. Yeah, I can't even do the first room without burst. Fantastic. Let's see if we have any better luck in the interior of the place. Well, there's I was wondering when we were gonna find one of those prongs. Not that it really helps me right now, but... yeah. I'm starting to get the strong feeling that we're not supposed to be... we weren't supposed to have gone to Gaia's Rock yet, despite the fact that I've done absolutely everything else on this map, or in this world, that I could think of to do. Let me review my synergies again. There's Grind, Parch, and I'm pretty sure I stormed everything that I could check with Reveal a while ago. There's Catch, but as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't actually help us. It's all on trees, and none of those trees pop up until post Isaac joining the party sort of ordeal. There's more that we can do with Lift, but I'm still not convinced that we were supposed to get Lift yet. And I don't remember every single random rock that we could lift off the top of my head. So I don't even think there's much that it would help us do. Let me find where Shaman Village is, because I know we could at least do stuff in Shaman Village Cave. Actually, thinking more about it, I think the only thing I can do is get a Ginny. But that's something, and there was a whole bunch of rocks to lift up in that place. So maybe something else apparent will show up along the way. Oh, right, that would make... just leaving the room makes the rocks reset anyways. That at least limits my options ever so slightly. Pardon me. So that would let me go over there, and if I hop there, then the Ginny will try to run away. Okay, so now I think I lift those two rocks up at the end, and that'll let me get it. Is that really all I can get with lift here, though? I guess it's better than nothing, but I'm really getting desperate for something that'll let me have progress at this. Gotcha, you little friend. Right. You'll probably fight me. I'm not expecting it to be terribly hard though. A little resistance boost just to be on the safe side. Attack boost, Bane, and Summon. Let's see if it'll even last more than a turn. Nope. A big N-O-P-E. Now, at this point, which Ginnies do I have the least of? What particular element, I mean. We have a fairly good mix. And I guess water is technically the lowest. Anyways, I suppose I can at least quickly skin the strategy guide to see if Lift opens up anything in particular. But I went to Magma Rock, and I went here. Those are the only two places that come immediately to mind where we can use Lift. Oh. Speaking of Shaman Village, and speaking of checking the entire world, browsing to find something obvious. No, it's fine. It looks like I might not have been able to get to this point before getting left anyways. So that's good. There is one more thing that I could think of to check with Lift. And then I proceeded to go to several areas that I've already explored and double checked in the past, and yet was convinced that I did not find every single thing that I could in those areas. Wait, I'm jumping the gun. It was just Shaman Village for the 20th time. I can just cut that out. Main two things I want to check in my mind to check out is this little... yeah. Can you believe I went through this entire landmass and never thought to check this little batch of land here? I can, unfortunately. Is there a place that I can teleport that does not require me to... I can't tell if it's quicker. It would be quicker to go through the cave to get to the boat, or teleport somewhere and then sail on over. I can tell you that by the time I make up my mind, I could just do the ladder. I'm not even keeping track of what prior to the ladder is at this point. Alright. Knowing my luck, and considering how desperately I've been checking everywhere else in this world, that's probably where Cyclone is. I don't want to hype it up too much because it is a little small landmass, small settlement. So I don't want to get myself disappointed if there's not anything good here, but I was going to be coming here either way because I saw the Jin on the strategy guide. There's a place called Shaman Village. Weirdly, I found the Shaman Village before finding your little place, so no need to remind me about that. And the question is, if there a purpose to here? Not that I can see. I need to hydrate a bit. You got to be kidding me. Well, if I can miss a random landmass right over here, then maybe there's other towns and settlements that I've missed despite checking what feels like hours, checking the world map just to try to find them. That's right, I need to seek... Forget how many stuff in this game is typed behind key items and not even synergy, because I need to see God's tier, which I saw the sea God's tier, and it was blocked behind something. Was it blocked behind a lift boulder? And I remember it being a rock, and that doesn't leave too many options. The downside is that it was in a random cave, and I don't even think I can teleport to said cave despite being there before. Or maybe not. I think this was the place. Agron Cavern. We may actually do a dungeon today, people. It might be the furthest thing from the dungeon I was intending on doing, but it may be a dungeon we can do nevertheless. Also, we're 1/3 of the way to Lemuria. Oh, it was Caria, not Lift. I feel so darn teased. Just triple checking. Well, more background music for us to listen to. Well, I try to figure out what I've overlooked. Because if I can't find something to do, I will end the stream off right here. Did I ever get to Jenny from the whole plateau side quest? Do I really want to go back there a third time to double check? Because I got the nut, because that was a critical synergy in of itself. Can I even do it in this scene? I don't know. I'm desperate for any sort of lead. I'll go through the Octagon Plateau a fifth or so time, even if I've probably already done everything there and just forgot. So then I went through the plateau a fifth time, thinking that for some reason I forgot something. I think you can tell by the fact that I'm cutting this out that there was indeed nothing of note that I didn't already get from the plateau. On the bright side, right on the next page, I see something that requires slash that I don't recall doing in the past. Intra cavern. No, that can't be right. Cause that's where the single coin is. That I just said I would never bother checking again because of how pointless it was. Do I have Tremor, or was it? Because Madra Catacombs could be another place I do, but I can't seem to find Tremor anywhere either. You know, if I haven't already, I'm gonna just pick it up. I even picked it up in the past. So there's nothing I can do. I could get a chest from here if I had Tremor. Did I check the place out since getting reveal? That part I don't remember. But I'm not sure if it will really open up that much. Still, I'm going through this guide page by page. Because if we don't find something soon, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to keep myself motivated to stream this anymore. So I'm just gonna go through the strategy guide page by page. So, funny enough, there's actually something new here. So, I think I'm gonna end things off here and let you ponder what it could possibly be. Between you and me, the rest of this stream VOD has a lot of areas that I've already been to and don't get anything new. So we need to salvage, or should I say savior, treasure every moment that we can get of something worth our time happening. Or at least my time, because if I'm doing the job correctly, it'll get cut out and you won't see any of it. Regardless, thank you all for tuning in for this edition of Golden Sun, the Lost Age Randomizer. Next time, I can promise you we'll get at least one new synergy and at least one new gen. Until then, see y'all later.